works projects to be implemented by construction section. But before we proceed to the project proper, let us first check the attendance first.
Good afternoon. For our attendance for this previous conference, we have our back chairman, Ma'am Maria Arapas Celiar.
Present.
Our back vice chairman, Sir Bonifacio Itabigi. Our back members, Ma'am Nerissa Garayunan, Sir Noel El Sambahon. And for our end user for construction implemented project, we have Sir Rogelio Alcagno. And for the TWG member, yours truly, Superior Aligato, Ma'am Maria Iris Bolivar. For our back secretariat member, Ma'am Noribi M. Asares. Our back secretariat member, Miss Sunshine Malatukan, and Sir Bernie Abad.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Aligato. Since the quorum is present, this meeting is called to order at exactly 1:44 in the afternoon. Please be informed that we have requested the presence of the following personnel to act as an observer in today's activity. We have invited the NACAP representative, Mr. Rosero Nyola. We also invited the Schools Division Superintendent, Mr. Nelson S. Morales, and also the Schools Division Superintendent of Division of Masbate City. And we also invited the Schools Division Superintendent, Mr. Joel E. Caolboy, Division of Masbate. And he invited the presence of the President of Rodeo Masbate Incorporated, Judge Manuel L. Cese. And of course, we invited the presence of the State Auditor of Commission on Audit, Mr. Gabriel A. Stanislao. So we have 9 projects subject for review today. First, we have under FI0082 with the contract name of Last Mile Schools Program at Calolod Elementary School, City of Masbate. And the approved budget for the contract amounting to 20 million pesos. Contract duration, 180 calendar days. Now, Engineer Alcagno will discuss the details of the project, the major category of work, and other requirements for this contract.
The contract similar to the traditional rules is kind as follows. Major categories of work: buildings, construction without tiles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 story. Similar categories of work: building, construction with tiles, high-rise concrete frame, as in place tiles, 6 and above story. Building, construction with tiles, high-rise concrete frames, as in place 5, 16 and above stories. Building, construction with tiles, low-rise concrete frames, as in place piles 1 to 5 stories. Building, construction with tiles, high-rise concrete frame, ribbon tiles 6 and above stories. Building, construction with piles, high-rise concrete frame, ribbon piles 16 and above stories. Building, construction with piles, low-rise concrete frame, ribbon piles 1 to 5 stories. Building without piles, high-rise concrete frame 6 and above stories. Building, construction without piles, high-rise concrete frames 16 and above stories. Building, construction with piles, medium-rise concrete frames, ribbon piles 6 to 15 stories. Building, construction with piles, medium-rise concrete frames, as in place piles 6 to 15 stories. And building, construction without piles, medium-rise concrete frames 6 to 15 stories. Additional requirements refers to DEO 110 series of 2024, implementation of ISO 9001 1, 2015, certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium B contractors in the procurement of the infrastructure project of the East Department. And the minimum work experience requirement for key personnel of the following: one project manager, five minimum years of experience, 15 years of similar experience. One project engineer, no minimum required experience, but must be DPWH accredited professional project engineer. One materials engineer, no minimum required experience, but DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. One construction safety officer, no minimum required experience, but with cost training. One foreman, 3 years similar experience, 5 years relevant experience. And the minimum major equipment requirements are the following: Mobo, 20 cubic capacity, 2 units of dump truck, 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 unit plate compactor, 5 horsepower capacity, 1 liquid vibrator, 1 unit of 1 bagger mixer, 46 cubic feet per minute, 1 unit of bar cutter, 1 unit of bar builder, 2 units of building machine, 1200 amperes capacity, 1 unit cutting outfit, 1 unit payloader, 1.5 cubic capacity, and 1 unit backhoe with meter.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Alcabno. I just want to give you a brief description of this project. This is a complete construction of 1-unit, 2-story, 4-classroom school building with stairwell, 5 meters in width, steel casement window at clear portion, and with security grills for the front jalousie windows. Also with fire protection system, hand washing facility, overhead tank and cistern, and solar power with complete accessories. And using the structural design, exposure D with a wind velocity of 340 kilometer per hour. The license category for this project is at least C and D, and the size range is at least small b for building. The amount of bidding document is 25,000 pesos. Is there any questions for this particular contract? There being none, so let us proceed to the next project with the contract name of Last Mile Schools Program, Mapuyo Elementary School, located at Barangay Mapuyo, Mobo, Masbate, under contract ID number 25 FI0083, and with a approved budget for the contract of 12,145,236 pesos and 54 centavos. Contract duration is 115 calendar days. Again, Engineer Alcabno will discuss the project details for this project.
Major categories of work for this contract is building, construction without piles, low-rise concrete frames, 1 to 5 story. The similar categories of work: building, construction with piles, high-rise concrete frame, casting place piles, 6 and above stories. Building, construction with piles, high-rise concrete frames, casting place piles, 16 and above stories. Building, construction with piles, low-rise concrete frame, casting place piles, 1 to 5 stories. Building, construction with piles, high-rise concrete frame, driven piles, 6 and above stories. Building, construction with piles, high-rise concrete frames, driven piles, 16 and above stories. Building, construction with piles, low-rise concrete frame, driven piles, 1 to 5 stories. Building, construction without piles, high-rise concrete frame, 6 and above stories. Building, construction without piles, high-rise concrete frame, 16 and above stories. Building, construction with piles, medium-rise concrete frame, driven piles, 6 to 15 stories. Building, construction with piles, medium-rise 100 amperes capacity, 1 unit cutting output.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Alcalno. Just a brief description of work is this is the construction of one unit, one story, two classroom, 9.5 by 18 meters. With toilet, of course, lavatory, concrete gutter, solar energy system, rainwater collector, and concrete fence, concrete pathway. The license category must be at least C and D, and the size range is at least small b for building. The amount of bidding documents is 25,000 pesos. Any questions? Okay, there being none, let us proceed to next contract ID 26 FI0013. Organizational outcome 1, in construction of missing links, new roads, Asid-Tigbao-Bara-Malbug Road, located at Milagros, Masbate, with an approved budget for the contract of 96,039,775 pesos and 82 centavos. Contract duration 214 calendar days. Again, Engineer Alcalno will discuss the details of the projects or the project requirements for this contract.
The major categories of work for this contract is roads construction, PCCP. And the similar categories of work are roads rehabilitation, PCCP, roads construction tunnel, PCCP, and the minimum work experience requirements are the following. The project manager, 5 years similar experience, 15 years similar experience. One project engineer, the minimum required, that must be DPWH accredited provisional project engineer. One materials engineer, the minimum required experience, that must be DPWH accredited materials engineer. One construction safety officer, the minimum required experience, that must be with cross training. One foreman, 3 years similar experience, 5 years relevant experience. The minimum legal requirements are the following. One unit applicator machine, 1 unit backhoe, 1 unit of backhoe wheel mounted, 1 unit bar bender, 1 unit bar cutter, 12 units barricade placer light, 1 unit bulldozer, 1 unit cargo or service truck, 2 to 5 metric ton, 1 unit of cargo or service truck, 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 unit of chainsaw, 1 unit concrete batch plant, 1 unit concrete saw, 1 unit concrete scraper, 2 units of concrete vibrator, 2 units of dump truck with cubic yard capacity, 1 unit joint seller machine, 1 unit kneading machine, 1 unit motorized road grader, 1 unit of 1 bagger mixer, 1 unit of wheel loader, 1 unit pit compactor, 1 unit of service vehicle, 1 unit of street bomb lift, 4 units of transit mixer, 5 cubic feet per minute capacity, 1 unit of truck mounted crane, hydraulic telescopic boom, 6 to 10 metric ton capacity, 2 units of two-way rigger, 1 unit of vibratory roller, and 1 unit water truck or pump, 16,000 liters capacity.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Alcalno. The brief description of this contract is construction of 2.592 lane kilometer concrete road, construction of 1,985 linear meter of drainage structure along road, and construction of 2,038 square meter road slope protection. The license category must be at least B, and the size range must be at least medium A for roads. And the amount of bidding documents is 50,000 pesos. Any question? There being none, so let us proceed ID number 26FI0014. Convergence and Special Support Program. Construction improvement of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones. Roads leveraging linkages for industry and trade infrastructure program, or ROLIT. Balud National Road connecting Barangay Danao in support of the Agribusiness Balud Masbate. Kilometer 71 plus 014 to kilometer 71 plus 0439. Approved budget for the contract amounting to 4,783,350 pesos and 4 centavos. Contract duration 49 calendar days. Again, Engineer Alcaldo will discuss the project details and requirements for this contract.
The major categories involved for this contract is roads rehabilitation PCCP, and the similar categories involved are roads construction PCCP, roads construction tunnel PCCP. Minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following. One project manager, 5 years similar experience, 15 years relevant experience. One project engineer must be DPWH accredited professional project engineer. One materials engineer must be DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. One construction safety officer with course training. One foreman, 3 years similar experience and 5 years relevant experience. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. One artificial machine, 1 unit backhoe with breaker, 20 cubic capacity, 1 unit of backhoe, 20 cubic capacity, 1 unit barbinder, 1 unit bar cutter, 12 units barricade flasher lights, 1 unit bulldozer, 1 unit cargo or service truck 2 to 5 metric ton, 1 unit of cargo or service truck 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 unit of concrete batch plant, 1 unit of concrete saw, 1 unit of concrete spreader, 2 units of concrete vibrator, 3 units of dump truck with 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 unit of joint sealer machine, 1 unit kneading machine, 1 unit motorized road breeder, 1 unit of 1 bagger mixer, 1 unit of pig loader, 1 unit plate compactor, 1 unit of service vehicle, 1 unit of strip boom lift, 4 units of transit mixer, 5 cubic feet per minute capacity, 1 unit of truck mounted crane, 6 to 10 metric ton capacity, 2 units of two-way radio, 1 unit of vibratory roller, 3 metric ton capacity, 1 unit of water truck or pump, 60,000 liters capacity, and 1 unit of drilling machine, 300 amperes capacity.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Alcaldo. This is a rehabilitation of 140 lane kilometer paved road and construction of 70 linear meter drainage tracks along road. The license category must be at least C and D, and the size range must be at least small d for roads. The amount of bidding documents is 5,000 pesos only. Okay, next we have contract ID number 26FI0015. Construction of Milagros Coastal Road located at Milagros, Masbate. With an approved budget for the contract of 48,999,961 pesos and 58 centavos. Contract duration is 238 calendar days. Engineer Alcaldo again will discuss the project details and requirements for this contract.
The major categories of work for this contract is flood control, construction, soil protection, seawall floor, and breakwater. The similar categories of work are ports and harbors, construction, causeway, work with cable piles, ports and harbors, construction, causeway, and work with passing place piles, ports and harbor construction with piles. The minimum work experience requirements are the following. One project manager, 5 years similar experience, 15 years relevant experience. truck 25 metric ton capacity, 1 unit of cargo or service truck 9 to 10 metric ton capacity, 1 concrete box truck, 1 concrete saw, 1 unit of concrete excavator, 2 units of concrete vibrator with 5 amperes gasoline drive unit, 1 unit of crane 36 to 40 metric ton, 1 unit of tapping outfit, 2 units of dump truck 2 cubic yard capacity, 1 unit of generator set 300 kilowatt capacity, 1 unit of joint sealer machine, 1 unit of bedding machine, 1 unit of loading trailer, 1 unit of motorized oil grader, 1 unit of 1 bagger mixer, 1 unit of payloader, 1 quintal cubic capacity, 1 unit of leaf compactor, 1 unit of split boom lift, 4 units of transit mixer, 5 cubic feet per minute capacity, 1 unit of vibratory roller, 10 metric ton capacity, 1 unit of vibro hammer, 60 tons capacity, 1 unit of water truck or pump, 16,000 liter capacity, and 1 unit of building machine, 540 capacity.
Okay, thank you again, Engineer Alcagno. The brief description of work is construction of 58 linear meter seawall with 0.232 lane kilometer concrete road. The license category must be at least B and the size range must be at least medium A for flood control. The amount of bidding documents is set 25,000 pesos. Next, we have 26 FI 0016. Construction of road, Barangay Kawayan Interior, City of Masbate, with an approved budget for the contract of 14,545,949 pesos and 88 centavos. Contract duration is 88 calendar days. Now, Engineer Aligato will discuss the project details and requirements for this contract.
For the major category of work for this project, we have electrical work, construction road safety system, for example, solar LED street lights and solar studs signal section. For the similar category of works, we have traffic engineering and management system, including road safety devices. And for the minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following: 1 project manager, 5 minimum years of similar experience, and 15 minimum years of relevant experience. For 1 project engineer, no minimum required experience, but with DPWH accredited provisional project engineer. For 1 materials engineer, no minimum required work experience, but with DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. 1 construction safety officer, no minimum required experience, but with course training. 1 construction foreman, 3 minimum years of similar experience and 5 minimum years of relevant experience. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following: 1 applicator machine, 1 backhoe wheel breaker with 0.8 cubic meter capacity, 1 backhoe wheel mounted with 0.28 cubic meter capacity, 1 bar bender, 1 bar cutter, 20 units barricade flasher light, 1 unit bulldozer, 1 unit cargo service truck with 2.2 to 5 metric ton capacity, 1 unit cargo service truck with 9 to 10 metric ton capacity, 1 chainsaw, 1 concrete saw, 1 concrete spreader, 2 concrete vibrator, 1 cutting outfit, 3 dump truck with 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 joint sealer machine, 1 milling machine, 1 unit motorized road grader, 1 bagger mixer 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute capacity, 1 unit payloader, 1 plate compactor, 1 unit service vehicle, 1 unit straight boom lift, 1 unit truck mounted crane with minimum of 441 to 455 metric ton capacity, 2 units two-way radio, 1 unit vibratory roller with a 10 metric ton capacity, 1 water truck or pump with a 16,000 liters capacity.
Thank you very much, Engineer Arigato. The brief description of work is construction of 0.60 linear lane kilometer complete road with 40 unit solar street lights. The license category must be at least C and D, and the size range must be at least small B for roads and electrical works. The amount of bidding documents is 25,000 pesos. Now let us proceed to the next contract. We have 26 FI0017, construction of road, Barangay Malinta, City of Masbate. With an approved budget for the contract of 14,497,218 pesos and 23 centavos. Contract duration is 130 calendar days. Engineer Arigato will discuss the major category of work and other project requirements for this contract.
For the major category of work for this project, roads, construction PCCP, and for the similar category of works, roads rehabilitation PCCP, and roads construction tunnel PCCP. For the minimum work experience requirements for the key personnel are the following: 1 project manager with 5 minimum years of similar experience and 15 minimum years of relevant experience. 1 project engineer with no minimum required experience but with DPWH accredited provision project engineer. 1 materials engineer with no minimum required work of experience but DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. 1 construction safety officer with no minimum required years of experience but with course training, and 1 construction foreman with 3 minimum years of similar experience and with 5 minimum years of related experience. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following: 1 applicator machine, 1 backhoe, 0.8 cubic meter capacity, and 1 unit backhoe wheel mounted with 0.28 cubic meter capacity. 1 unit bar bender, 1 unit bar cutter, 16 units of barricade flasher light, 1 unit of bulldozer, 1 unit of cargo or service truck, 2 to 5 metric ton capacity, and 1 unit cargo service truck, 9 to 10 metric ton capacity, 1 chainsaw, 1 concrete saw, 2 unit concrete vibrator, 3 units dump truck with 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 unit joint sealer machine, 1 unit kneading machine, 1 unit motorized road grader, 2 units 1 bagger mixer with 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute capacity, 1 unit payloader with a 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 plate compactor, 1 unit service vehicle, 1 unit straight boom lift telescopic, 1 unit truck mounted crane hydraulic telescopic boom with 6 to 10 metric ton capacity, 2 units two-way radio, 1 unit vibratory roller, 10 metric ton capacity, and 1 water truck or pump with a 16,000 liters capacity.
Thank you again, Engineer Arigato. This is a construction of 0.460 kilometer concrete road. The license category must be at least C and D, and the size range must be at least small B for roads. Okay, next. Contract ID number 26 FI0018. Construction of road at Barangay Mapinya, City of Masbate. With an approved budget for the contract of 9,634,308 pesos and 61 centavos. Contract duration 57 calendar days. Engineer Arigato will again discuss the major category of work and other project details for this contract.
The major category of work for this project: roads construction PCCP. Similar category of works: road rehabilitation PCCP and roads construction tunnel PCCP. For the minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following: one project manager with 5 minimum years of similar experience and 15 minimum years of relevant experience. One project engineer with no minimum required years of experience but with DPWH accreditation as provisional project engineer. One materials engineer with no minimum required years of experience but with DPWH accreditation for materials engineer 1. One construction safety officer with no minimum years of experience but with cost training. One construction foreman with 3 minimum years of similar experience and 5 minimum years of relevant experience. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following: one applicator machine, one unit backhoe with 0.8 cubic meter capacity, one backhoe wheel mounted with 0.28 cubic meter capacity, one unit bar bender, one unit bar cutter, 34 units of barricade flashlight, one unit bulldozer, one unit cargo or service truck 2 to 5 metric ton capacity, and one unit cargo or service truck 9 to 10 metric ton capacity, one unit chainsaw, one unit concrete saw, 2 units concrete vibrator, 3 units dump truck with 12 cubic yard capacity, one unit joint sealer machine, one unit kneading machine, one unit motorized road grader, 2 units, one bagger mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute capacity, one unit payloader with 1.5 cubic meter capacity, one unit crane compactor, one unit service vehicle, one unit straight boom lift, one unit truck mounted crane hydraulic telescope boom with 6 to 10 metric ton capacity, 2 units two-way radio, one unit vibratory roller with 10 metric ton capacity, and one unit water truck or pump with a capacity of 16,000 liters.
Thank you. Again, Engineer Aligato. This is a 0.460 lane kilometer concrete road, and the license category must be at least C and D, and the size range must be at least small vehicle roads. The amount of bidding documents is 10,000 pesos. And now, the last but not the least, we have contract ID number 26FI0019, rehabilitation of road at Barangay F. Magallanes, City of Masbate, with an approved budget for the contract of 9,701,973 pesos and 22 centavos. Contract duration is 59 calendar days. Again, Engineer Aligato will discuss the major category of work and other project details and requirements of this contract.
The major category of work of this project, we have flood control, construction, drainage, for example, closed and open conduits, spillway. For the similar category of works, we have roads construction, drainage, for example, reinforced concrete pipe culvert or reinforced concrete box culvert. Flood control, construction, channel excavation. Third, water supply, level 2 and 3, construction, pipe water with communal private water point. Number 4, water supply, level 2, construction, pipe water with communal solar powered water system. Number 5, water supply, level 3, construction, private water point, solar powered water system. And for the minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following: one project manager with 5 minimum years of similar experience and 15 minimum years of related experience. One project engineer with no minimum required years of experience but should be DPWH accredited provisional project engineer. One materials engineer with no minimum years of experience but DPWH accredited materials engineer 1. One construction safety officer with no minimum years of experience but with cost training. One construction foreman with 3 minimum years of similar experience and 5 minimum years of related experience. For the minimum major equipment requirements are the following: one unit backhoe with breaker, at 0.8 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit backhoe at 0.28 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit bar bender, 1 unit bar cutter single phase, 8 units barricade flasher light, 1 unit cargo or service truck 2 to 5 metric ton capacity, 1 unit concrete saw, 2 units concrete vibrator, 1 unit cutting outfit, 2 units dump trucks at 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 unit joint sealer machine, 1 unit motorized road grader, 2 units 1 bagger mixer at 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute capacity, 1 unit payloader at 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 unit plate compactor, 1 unit service vehicle, 2 units two-way radio, 1 unit vibratory roller at 10 metric ton capacity, 1 unit water truck or pump at 16,000 liters capacity, and 1 welding machine at 300 amperes capacity.
Thank you, Engineer Aligato. This is a rehabilitation of 0.95 lane kilometer paved road with 928.08 linear meter line canal. So this is more of a line canal. And the license category is at least C&D, and the size range is at least small b for flood control. So before we conclude, please allow me reminding our prospective bidders to some other information, or to give some information. So this bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass or fail criterion as specified in the new um, Government Procurement Act, or the implementing rules and regulations of RA 12009. To those who are interested, they can obtain further information in the Back Secretariat office from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Monday to Thursday only, because we don't have any office on Friday due to the work flexible arrangement by the department. So a complete set of bidding documents may be required by our interested bidders here at the Back Secretariat office, or they can download it for free at the website of the PhilJeps and the website of our DPWH website, provided that the bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. Also, they can make payments for the purchase of bidding documents at any DPWH offices, provided that they coordinate with the office where the payment was made to ensure the verification of payments, and it will be sent via email to us. Bids must be duly received by the Bids and Awards Committee Secretariat through manual submission of the address indicated, or online or electronic submission at electronic bids_masbate2@dpwh.gov.ph on or before March 25 at 1 p.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. Okay, we have a supplemental bulletin. Okay, the submission and opening of bids will be on March 30, 2026 at 1 p.m. Immediately after the deadline for the submission will be the opening of bids. March 30, 2026 at 1 p.m. The prospective bidders must present their original official receipt of payment, and of course, before the deadline, which is on March 30, 2026, subcontractors for eligibility processing. Their authorized representative must be included in the CRC to allow them to have to transact business in this office. So if their authorized representative is not included in the CRC, they are required to submit a special power of attorney or a secretary certificate for corporation. And they must present 2 valid government IDs to be allowed to transact business at this office. So all participating bidders are encouraged to be in the document request lists of the field reps and to secure a print-out copy showing that they are included in the lists. And DPWH Second District Engineer Office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidders or bidder. So, is there any other matters or clarification from our members? There being none. So, there be no other remaining topics for discussion. This private conference is hereby adjourned at exactly